Ah, there we go. I think we're live. I think we're live. Let me see. Come on, are we live? Yes, we are live. All right, people. What's going on? It's Printer Dub. Oh, man. Today's video, I want to talk about this team right here. Just seeing where we should go with the season. Just see where things are. Because it's not looking too good for this football team right now, and I kind of just want to go over it, give you my thoughts on it. This is my first time going live. I need to get better equipment. I need to get a better camera, and I need to get a better microphone. But let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. Actually, before we do that, just in case y'all want to put your chats in there, I'm trying to figure this out. I actually didn't have this set up correctly before I started the stream. Should have. Okay, what can I do to show this? Okay. How do I show the chat though? I'll just have to read them on my phone, I guess, for now. It's so weird because I was able to do the chat on here, but anyways, let's hop right into this video, man. Let's go over this team. So, what is this now? 4 games in a row this team has dropped. Just not a good football team right now. You got to look at it from the perspective of, yeah, we have a lot of injuries. And sorry for all the racket in the background. I'm actually gonna pause this real quick. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Now you guys won't have to hear that. Sorry, I had some laundry going, but let's go ahead and hop into this, man. Yeah, the injuries. It's not looking good. You have guys like Denico Autry, I think might be back this week. Traylon Burks is more than likely probably going to be back this week. I hope. Who else? Oh, David Long Jr. Is still out, I think, for this game. Zach Cunningham, I'm pretty sure he was limited in practice. Or it said something like that, like he was going to practice. I don't know. But I think Denico Autry might be back, and hopefully Traylon's back this week because they are huge for this football team. We need them right now more than ever, really. But here's the thing, guys. This isn't a good football team. We're still first in the AFC South, but I mean the season. I don't know if you want to say it's a lost cause. This is no 9-7 Giants team from 2007 that just went on a Super Bowl run. Like, this isn't even them. This team is like definitely Vrabel's worst team. I feel like he's ever had because the 2018 team when he came in, there wasn't really a lot of big names. We had Corey Davis. We didn't have A.J. Brown yet. But it was just a different roster. It was his first year, so I thought, okay, well, maybe he wasn't the guy. And then the next year, we go to the AFC Championship game, which was awesome. So now I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe we build around this team. But then you come in the next year without a DC, a defensive coordinator, which was awful. And then last year, obviously, Tannehill. So, I mean, yeah, it's been a rough ride as a Titans fan, but hey, it is what it is. And let me just go on here real quick. Got one tuned in. Says there's one already in here, so that's nice. But yeah, this isn't a good football team right now. Hopefully we can pick it up against the Texans. And what should this team do? Honestly, I think we should. Oh, see, this is hard because see, when you traded away AJ Brown, I feel like you essentially said, you know what, we're just gonna go into. I don't know if you would call it a rebuild, but definitely like. Actually, it might be a rebuild because AJ Brown, when you got rid of him, he was the best receiver you ever had. Um, Way better than Kenny Britt, way better than Nate Washington, way better than Kendall Wright and those players for sure. And now you look at AJ Brown. I think he's like, let me look at his numbers real quick because I know for a fact that his numbers are a lot higher than they were last year, which is no surprise. Let me just look real quick. I got to figure out how to display the chat so I don't have to look at my phone for the chat, but. Oh wow. Yeah, he's going off. He's going off. Yeah, it's not looking good. So the man has 74 receptions for 1,200 yards, and 10 touchdowns. And let me just look at the top receivers in the NFL right now. Or I should probably go top 10 because he should be top 5. No, not recipes. Not recipes. Uh, in the NFL. No, not answering as of right now. I'm just trying to see as of right now. Based off of stats, of course. I'm trying to look at the stats though. Yeah, here we go. All right, I did it. All right, I found it. So at 1 is Justin Jefferson, 2 is Tyreek, 3 is Stephon Diggs, and well, no, that's not right. No, I want receivers. I want WRs, not tight ends. Okay, so I found it. I went on ESPN. It made it a lot easier. Sorry for that. But yeah, AJ Brown is 5th in the league in receiving. He's 5th in the league in receiving. So let me look at his numbers real quick. Again, just so I can go over them because it might have not updated on that. He has 74 receptions, 118 targets, 1,201 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks, man. It does. Because when when you trade away a cornerstone like him, and I can understand the Chiefs getting rid of Tyreek, and it's because they still have Travis Kelce and oh yeah, and Mahomes. They have Mahomes. They have Mahomes. And when they gave him that big contract, I already knew like one of them was probably on their way out, like Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce. Because it's like, damn, they gave him his contract was ridiculous. Like, God, like that is a franchise quarterback for sure. Like, ooh, they gave him like what, 400 million or something? Like that's ridiculous. They gave him a lot of money. They gave him I think it was like wasn't it the highest paid contract in NFL history or something like that? Cuz it was ridiculous. But as a Titans fan, I want that. I want a franchise quarterback. I want that franchise receiver, which we had. We had a franchise receiver. And the person who got rid of him, who is no longer here, yeah, it's his fault. John Robinson's fault. But man, AJ Brown, man, that's tough. Because I went and saw this man play like what 3 times, and he looked good in all 3 games I went to. He had 100 yards each time, at least 100 yards each time I went. Um, so gotta get off my screen. Sorry, this thing is popping up. I don't know why Windows is being weird today. Um, close the window. Out of there. Yes. Okay. So that's what I was saying. Yes, AJ Brown. Dang, why does this stuff keep popping up? It's like the settings are popping up and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, when you got rid of AJ Brown, you essentially just threw it away. You threw it away. Um, because this offseason, as a Titans fan, you were gonna sit up there and say, "Oh well, all we gotta do is just pay AJ. We just gotta make sure AJ Brown gets his money. We gotta make sure that who else? We gotta figure out this left tackle, or is it right tackle? I think Roger Saffold played right tackle. I'm pretty sure, but we had to figure that out. Um, and just find more weapons out there on the offense. I could see if you had AJ Brown, then maybe you could make the argument to go get Robert Woods, because hell, him and Robert Woods probably wouldn't been a bad duo. But Traylon Burks, he's a good player and he's got potential. Don't get me wrong, but when AJ Brown first came into the league, he was already good. That's the difference. He was already like that. Which Traylon Burks has made some ridiculous plays this season, don't get me wrong. And this is the most frustrating thing. When you go to a Titans game, um, or something like that, when I went to a Titans game and I'm up in the stands, I'm like, Traylon Burks is a first round pick. Why aren't we using him? Why aren't we using him? This is the man, that guy right over there is your A.J. Brown replacement, and you're not using him. Because Todd Downing just sucks. Todd Downing is just awful. Like, come on. Like, man, bring a slant route or something. Use him. Now they're finally using him, but they weren't using him enough earlier this season. Like, they weren't. And I went to the games, and they weren't using him as much. And I'm telling you, Traylon Burks is really good. He is really good. But the fact that you aren't even, like, designing a play for him to go make you a big play, which he can make you big plays. He can get you I think he's good enough to get you like a 30-yard gain or something like that, or even more. But the fact that you are not using him as much, and that really pisses me off as a fan, because I want to see the potential in Traylon Burks, what we have, because I really think he can be something special in this league. And the fact that Todd Downing just sucks at his job is beyond me, right? This is the same guy that apparently is too scared to use Derrick Henry on a 3rd and 2. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if Josh Jacobs is first in the league in rushing yards. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, listen. Derrick Henry is better than Josh Jacobs. I said it. I said it. I said it. Derrick Henry is better than Josh Jacobs. He just is. He just is. He just is. Derrick Henry lost his step, I'll give you that. But our offensive line is so bad, they can't even block a cardboard box. Because Dennis Daly is the worst left tackle in NFL history. Okay, maybe not in NFL history, but it feels like it, right? And Nicholas Petit-Frere, he is only a rookie. So he can't hold his own. So when you've got a garbage offensive line, how is any running back supposed to do anything? It doesn't make sense. Now, you can make the argument if we had the 2018-2019 version of Derrick Henry, he might do better. But guys, you still need blocking. You still need blocking. He still has to go through like 11 players on the field. He has to get through the linebackers, the front, which is what's really going to hold him up is that front. He has to get through the front. He has to get through the linebackers. And then once he's in the secondary, he's gone. He's gone. I personally think that Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry. And the fact that you don't use him on 3rd and 2 is just beyond me because it makes no sense. It's like the Seattle game all over again where you don't use Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line. You want to go shotgun formation on 3rd and 2 when you got the best running back in the NFL. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Come on. Like, even if you don't get it, hell, at least you tried, right? And that's my problem with this team, too. They're not willing to try something new. Although they did in the Chargers game, they finally put Radunz at left tackle. In last video, I said they pulled him out of the game. No, he actually got hurt. I didn't know that, and he actually tore his ACL and it's looking like he's done for the Tennessee Titans. He might not be back next year. Taylor Lewan might not be back next year. Ryan Tannehill, more than likely, I wouldn't say more than likely, it's a possibility. It's up in the air that he probably won't be back next year. So you look at this team right now, we are revamping everything right now. I don't know if it's necessarily a rebuild because you still have Derrick Henry and Mike Vrabel will not tank. I promise you, Mike Vrabel, if you have Mike Vrabel as your coach, he's not going to tank. I promise he's not going to tank. That's just not going to happen. I just can't see us having one bad year with Mike Vrabel. I seriously can't. And that's something else I want to go get into. Mike Vrabel, though he's a great coach, and though he's gotten us, I wouldn't say necessarily over the top, but he got us out the gutter, which I appreciate for that. And he got us to the AFC Championship game that one year at 9-7, so that's pretty impressive. But Mike Vrabel's ego and stubbornness is what's really going to hold us up from winning a Super Bowl, in my opinion. He's got to make the calls too. If Todd Downing is running a shotgun on 3rd and 2 and you don't have Derrick Henry in the game and he's not even hurt, man, probably not even asking for water or anything. He's looking just as confused as me and you. Like, why is he's not on the field? He's not even on the sideline. He's not even getting no breathing treatment, no water. He's just on the sideline like, why am I not in the game? Why isn't Mike Vrabel going up to Todd Downing and be like, you are stupid. Why are you not running Derrick Henry? Call timeout. This isn't going to work. We're not going to get it. If Mike Vrabel wants to compete for Super Bowls and potentially win one day, he's got to stop being stubborn and point at the obvious at times. It's okay to point at the obvious, which I don't see what firing Todd Downing would do right now. I know I've been ranting on him too much, but hell, that's your coordinator for the rest of the season. So as much as you want to sit up here and complain and, like, why is he still here? I personally think he shouldn't be here. But that's your OC for the rest of the season. Sorry. It's just Mike Vrabel said he's not going to make coaching changes. There you go. And it's kind of funny because the GM gets fired mid-season, but your offensive coordinator is probably the worst in the NFL, or he's, in my opinion, he's up there at least for worst offensive coordinator in the NFL. And that's not to take it away from Houston, because Houston is a terrible team, but I mean they're tanking. They have a reason to lose games. They're trying to they're definitely to rebuild. Deshaun Watson really screwed that franchise up. Am I right? But but Todd Downing, yeah, he's definitely like up there for one of the worst OCs in the league. And the fact that you don't even try to use Tim Kelly, try something else, um, is ridiculous. Hopefully, maybe he'll fire him next year. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back next year. I wouldn't. Um, I feel like the only person at this point that would even pull the plug on Todd Downing would have to be Amy Adams, because at this point I don't know who the GM is going to be next year. I don't know what his skill sets are, going to scout players or going to get good trades, good free agents. I don't know. Like, I don't know what we've got there. But hey, we'll see. Hopefully better days in Nashville. Am I right? Hopefully better days are coming, because right now, oof, we're looking like the. Is this team? Yeah, I'd say this team's worse than 2018's for sure, because 2018's team had at least a receiver like Corey Davis, and Corey Davis is definitely out of New York after this year. He's not having a good year. Part of it maybe because Zach Wilson just sucks. I don't know. But yeah, Corey Davis isn't looking too good in New York. Maybe he'll come back to Nashville. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. But guys, this isn't a good football team right now. I know all the injuries, and I know when this team is healthy, they have potential to win games and things like that. But you should have kept Deontay Foreman too, by the way, John Robinson. Yeah, like come on, like he was killing them in the Cincy game, and Top Downing's stupid ass decided, hey, it's a good idea to just keep running the king because he's hurt. Come on. Like, see, that's the thing with Todd Downing, though, too, is if something, I am right about this. If something is working, just go back to what wasn't working. And that's my problem with Todd Downing. He just automatically goes to whatever wasn't working in the game, and it's very frustrating. But it is what it is. You know, I still believe that this team can be good. I still think we have talent somewhere with Chig Okonkwo. He's a really good player. I think you need to you definitely have something there. So at least you have a tight end one for next year. At least you know that, and maybe they cut Austin Hooper at the end of the year. Save you some money. Go get you invest in your offensive line more. But Chig is definitely a tight end one, and I don't know why he isn't right now. Austin Hooper, though he's been a here and a there type of player, Austin Hooper ain't been really all that since Atlanta, honestly. So, is what it is. We'll just have to sit up here and wait and see, because, or actually, I guess Hooper had some decent years in Cleveland, I guess. But honestly, I think he was working for that Atlanta system very well. The Atlanta system was working for him pretty good. He made some plays. So, hey, it is what it is. 28-3. All right, 33-0. But we're not going to discuss the Colts because they have a top five pick. A top five pick. They have a top five pick. So don't be shocked if they go get a receiver to go with what's his name, Michael Pittman, and Pierce is looking like a pretty good player. So yeah, I mean, hey, if it were up to me, guys, I would totally, say take it. Um, because Ryan Tannehill, it looks like he's done. His career at Tennessee is finished. They're saying he's more than likely going to have surgery on that ankle. So I think this is the time for Malik Willis to prove himself as a quarterback in the league. I think this is a perfect time to prove himself as the franchise player. This is his time. It's time to take the training wheels off. It's just time to take the training wheels off and just ride on two wheels. You know, it's just it's time, man. It's time. And if he can't, if he can't play with if he can't come out here and be that NFL quarterback that we thought we had in the draft, which was John Robinson again, but if he can't prove himself, then that's when I'll be like, okay, at least, he's just a third round pick. So it's not like you're really losing anything unless he just goes to a system where, like a Kansas City. See, that's the thing, though, too. I think if you put Malik Willis in the right system around talent, good receivers, and a good offense coordinator. I'm not talking Todd Downing. No, 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 no. Put that man with Eric Bieniemy and see how that goes. Put that man with who's the Eagles offensive coordinator? I'm gonna look that up. Eagles OC, because he's doing really good with Jalen Hurts and them. Shane Steichen. I don't know. Sorry, Eagles. That's another. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, my nose. But yeah, I'm sorry, Eagles fans. I know. I'm sorry. But mm, Jaguars, you gotta look at them. They're a good team. The past 2 weeks they've been on a come up. And Trevor Lawrence is coming in this division. He's about to take this division over, possibly next year, because we might be rebuilding next year. We might just be rebuilding next year. This is and it's crazy because these are one of those seasons where, as a Titans fan, you kind of just want to forget about, like it never existed. Because how many players do we have on IR right now? Like, do you really want to see this team in the playoffs? That's why I call this team. I call this team the hospital team. It's just tradition in Nashville, baby. If you play for the Tennessee Titans, man, you got to be on injured reserve the next day. It's just tradition around here, man. It's just tradition. And I thought we fired our strength and conditioning coach last year. They must have brought his buddy in or something because, man, this one's even worse. It feels like, my goodness. At least we were competing last year. This year you don't even feel like we're gonna make the playoffs. I don't know. I personally I don't know where you go from here. Um, Hopefully we get a win. I still want to see my team win. I know a lot of us are probably like, we should tank, we should blow it up, start fresh, But guys, Derrick Henry only has maybe a couple good years left in him. Maybe. Um, Guys, he might not be here when this new stadium is here. He might not. Um, I just I don't see it. But hey, we could potentially have a Hall of Fame running back on our team, and it's kind of sucks because I think that when you look at this team, I cried on draft night, guys. I really did. I wish I would have honestly recorded that. When we got rid of AJ, I cried because I was like, this man has done nothing but win you games. Excuse me. But this man has done nothing but win you games. You look at his big game against who was it? The 49ers. Was that not good enough? Was that not good enough? You look at the Bengals game in the playoffs. If he was quiet the whole game, I swear we probably wouldn't have. We would have only got field goals. That one touchdown we had, forget about it. Forget about it. It would have been worse. They probably would have. I feel so bad for that defense, man. The heart and soul of this team has got to be that defense this season. Derrick Henry, yes, but that defense really has been keeping our season alive. Them and Derrick Henry have just been keeping us alive. Hopefully, we get Traylon back in there because he has potential, and I think he might prove himself this game. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, like I said, if it were up to me, I would honestly, at this point, just blow it up because, I mean, what I understand Mike Vrabel is going to compete for it, for a division title, but I don't want division. Do you really want to sit up here and be like, oh, another division title? Great. Oh, yes, another division title. Woohoo! Woo! We got another division title. Oh, my God. We're on top of the world. No. I want to compete for Super Bowls. We could lose this division and still make the playoffs. Not this season, but in general. And I will be okay with just winning the Super Bowl. And I will be more than okay, actually, to win a Super Bowl. Versus that little division title that nobody cares about. I apologize. I normally don't get like that, but I do apologize. It does suck. I might as well just go ahead and do my preview of the Texans game while we're here too, because I'm actually going to be out of town and I probably won't even really get to watch this game. So I might as well just go ahead. Although it's not really worth it because if the Texans beat us, I'm not going to be shocked. And I meant to do a Chargers preview, but guys, holiday season, work a lot, so you kind of don't have time to just come home, make these videos, and go on and I mean a preview of the Texans game. Really, like the Texans are tanking right now, and we're just not a really good football team. If anything, this game is going to be kind of boring. Honestly, it's going to be kind of boring because it's like it's a team that's tanking for Bryce Young versus a team that doesn't know where the hell they are. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want me to do more live streams. Because I will definitely get on there and do more live streams. Anyway, it's been your boy Prinzer Dub, and I'm out, guys.